Initially, for-profit institutions took the lead in the growth of online education, leaving traditional universities behind. Because traditional institutions did not develop the model, there's been a lingering perception that online education lacks the same quality as on-ground education. Addressing misconceptions about the quality of online education and building faculty and administration buy-in are two important steps in the successful implementation of online education. Luer, Gerlich, and Pearson once wrote that, "If you do not develop online classes, someone else will." It is no longer up for debate whether online education will catch on. The demand for it continues to grow, and online education is here to stay. In addition to the numerous institutions that primarily offer online programs, many traditional brick-and-mortar schools have joined the trend and now offer online options as well. Research of Damont and Blau, among others, has suggested that learner outcomes for students in online classrooms are equivalent to learner outcomes of students in traditional classrooms. For instance, quantitative data using identical objective exams comparing classrooms across the two modes suggests the modes are equivalent. While some studies suggest students are equally satisfied with online and traditional classes, research by Arbaugh suggests that the convenience and flexibility of online classes actually gives that medium the edge in student satisfaction over traditional courses. According to Ulmer, Watson, and Derby, experienced online instructors typically rank the value of online education as equal or higher than traditional education in most areas. Instructors with experience teaching online classes typically rate it as positive and worthwhile. Despite this, online faculty do not recommend it to other peers. Ulmer, Watson, and Derby suggest this might be because pay is inadequate for time spent. While employers have not always placed a high value on online education, this opinion seems to have improved somewhat in recent years. According to a 2011 study, many top companies offer education benefits to employees who are attending online institutions. In higher education, academic administrators have not typically placed as much value on online education as they do on traditional education. However, these negative perceptions also have showed some improvement in recent years. A large 2010 survey of Texas superintendents suggests those participants held a dim view of online education for potential teachers, but not because of the quality of instruction. The perception was due to the lack of field experience involving children in the classroom. Despite current views, the participants were optimistic about future developments in online education. The research of Falk matched previous studies that showed similar views of superintendents in other regions. A continued area of concern is the general perceptions of traditional faculty with no online experience. It has been shown to be leaning toward skeptical, if not disparaging, of the value of online education, despite quantitative research to the contrary. There may be a fear that technology is taking over and instructors will be replaced. This fear seems to be unfounded. Yes, technology does play a role in online learning, but it cannot replace quality instruction. The various tools for web-enabled learning are merely that, tools. Through careful study, it can be determined how best each tool can be used by qualified instructors to improve learning outcomes. The bells and whistles of the web will never be more important than quality instruction. The key to differences in opinion on value seems to be first-hand experience in the online classroom. As noted by Ulmer, Watson, and Derby, if brick-and-mortar institutions would incorporate online courses into degree programs and expose more traditional instructors to the experience, the disparity between the reality of value and the opinions of value would diminish. In short, experience breeds acceptance. Online education is here to stay. Developments will shape education for future decades. Traditional universities can be key forces in these innovations. An increasing involvement of traditional faculty members in the process will help demarginalize online instruction.